What's going on, guys? We're going to cover the Nasdaq 100. We're going to be looking at the QQQ. I'm also going to flip back and forth between the NQ futures, so that way you guys can kind of see if you guys trade equities, maybe you're on the QQQ side, or you're trading futures, you're on the NQ side. So I'm going to give you levels for both sides. Now, again, with everything that went down over the weekend, obviously we've got, all the conflict going on in Iran. Market was expected to gap down. I think a lot of people probably assumed that the market was going to be deep red today. And in fact, market's pretty much flat, right? Not only have we recovered the gap down, bulls have done a pretty good job at defending this level here that, realistically we have defended for the whole month of February. And we're going to talk about that level right now because it's going to be very, very important. Now, this market is going to be very news driven. Okay. It's going to be very, very headline driven. So if we get some decent headlines, you might see a little bit more of a continued dead cat bounce. If we get some negative news headlines that come across the board, you're going to see some selling pressure and the market's going to get pulled very, very quickly. Now, this level that we have been defending both on the QQQs as well as the Nasdaq 100 futures is that 150-day moving average. Okay. Now, depending on how you do your chart work, this is the level that I'm looking at because not only have we tested this level 3 times, we have held it 3 times over the course of a 30-day period. Okay. So if this level gets breached, and this is for the future, this is for tomorrow, this is for next week, this is for this month of March. But if this level gets breached, we are going to go lower and the market's going to speed up very, very aggressively down to 587. Now, if we look at the Nasdaq futures, and for all of you futures traders, if you guys have not checked out Apex, they have redone their rules, they've redone their programs. In my opinion, some people are going to like it, some people are going to hate it. In my opinion, I like it because for me with Apex, the biggest thing with Apex for me was, am I going to get approved for that payout, right? Now they've eliminated that. If you're going to be approved, if you're going to be able to submit that payout, they're going to pay you out. It's going to be pretty quickly. They've changed some of the rules for the better, in my opinion, right? It's just my opinion. And you still get that leverage of 20 accounts if you choose and wish. So right now, 90% off using code DAnthony. That link is down in the description box below. But let's cover this NQ futures chart from the daily perspective. If you look at that 150-day moving average, you're going to see it sitting at 24,653. Great opportunity for that bounce, great opportunity for that reclaim here, especially if you are a scalper and you're just looking for cash flow. If you're a scalper, let's just keep it this way. Let's keep it very 100. You guys don't really care if the market's going up or down. Okay, it doesn't really matter. For me, I don't really care if the market's going up or down. I've got hedges in place for my long-term portfolio. I buy the dip when I see fit, and I just let it ride. When it comes to day trading and it comes to scalping, I want average true range. I want some volatility, not a lot of volatility, but I want some volatility so I can make money both long and short. Again, if you look at this washout, that gap down that we had, that sell-off, we got below that 150-day moving average, and then we quickly got above it. And once we got above it, okay, and I like to classify that, the terminology, once we reclaimed, okay, once price action broke the 150-day simple moving average, and once we reclaimed it, once we got back over it, we had a pretty clear shot to 24,900s, which was our next supply zone. Now, I wouldn't personally look for longs right here, even from a scalper's, point of view, because we're coming into a lot of supply. And like I said, this is nothing more than just a dead cat bounce. The buyers have a lot more work to do to show us that, hey, you know what? We can now buy every dip in this market. We're a long ways away from that. So if you look at all of this supply at 25,000, between 25,000 and 25,400, there's just a ton of supply. So you can have a very, very good setup on a short-term time frame, 5 minute, 1 minute, 2 minute. And then it never gets there and then quickly pulls back in 20, 30, 40 points. So just keep an eye on that. In my opinion, size down a little bit because, again, at any point in time, you can get a headline, right? A news headline that comes across the board and the market's down 100 points, just like that, right? You can get a headline that something for the better has worked out and the market's up 100 points. So size down, protect yourself a little bit, and then just try to look at that 150-day moving average on the daily. Now, if we scroll down into like a 60-minute view, which I like using that 60-minute time frame, you're going to see something here. Again, we've got this low from February here, 24,000. What is that? 24,239. We've got a little bit of a higher low here at 24,450, and we've got a little bit of a higher low here from today at 24,480s. If we get below 480s, 24,370s is in the works. That would be taking out the previous swing low. Any closure, okay, write this down, any closure below 24,370s, we will be back down here testing this price from February lows. Now, if we zoom in and we kind of look at where we stand here on this 60-minute view, you can see here we're testing and battling against Friday's highs. Okay, we've gotten over Friday's highs a little bit. Let me turn this guy down here. We don't need to hear the squawk box. But if you kind of look at where we are trading at today, we've done a pretty good job considering the news, okay, considering what's going on. So very strong push off of this rising 5 and 10-day moving average. We are sitting at a little bit of supply. The 100 simple moving average on a 1-hour chart is right here, kind of where we've stopped, okay? So what I personally would like to see, we're in lunchtime right now, I'd like to see a little bit of a pullback. I'd like to see this sort of zone hold. And then maybe coming out of lunch, maybe towards that 1 o'clock hour Eastern, we start to take out these highs. If we do have a clear shot to 25,255. Now, whether we get there between today, overnight, Asian session, tomorrow morning, I don't really know. But that's the kind of the next magnet zone. That's the next pull zone where potentially we could continue this little bit of a dead cat bounce. Now, again, if the bulls start to give up 24,750s, this market's going to retest lows, okay? So also mark that out on your charts. Everything kind of else in between, you kind of just want to lay off of it, right? You're looking for those pullbacks into that demand zone. You're waiting to see if we can take out today's highs. If not, you're looking at the flip side. You're waiting for some type of candle to close below 24,750s. And then we're looking to retest those lows. So again, in this market, you're going to want to be extremely patient. I'm not recommending you go out there and you put on 24 trades. Pick your spots, right? Pick your spots on size that you're going to be able to control, size that you're going to be able to handle. Again, if you're trading evaluations, go out there, grab a half dozen of these things. That way you have enough protection. You've got enough risk that you can spread across multiple accounts and you can kind of work it to your advantage. Again, that code is DAnthony with Apex Trader Funding. Now, on the flip side, right, if we get into this daily chart here on the NQ, just to kind of give you those levels, on the flip side, the big area that we are looking to hold is this 200-day moving average sitting down here at 24,255. In my personal opinion, I feel that this market is a magnet to that price point. I still feel that this dead cat bounce is just one last little liquidity trap so we can go and make that one leg lower through February lows. Again, I could be wrong. I've still got to watch the price action. I need things to confirm. I can't just tell myself, hey, let's go ahead and go short here because I think we're going lower, right? I need to see it play out in real time. This market could definitely hold. We have been kind of just chopping around like basically, this is market's been basically in distribution since the start of the year. You can see here towards the end of January, even before January, just go back towards like December, we were really doing nothing, just chopping around sideways. And then finally here towards the end of January, that first week and a half of February, we got that low, and then we've been doing the same thing. So if you want to look at it from a leg down perspective, we've got our first leg down here. Now we're kind of just chopping around again, looking for that second leg down. And it's typically after the second leg down where you start to see markets start to firm up. Now, how aggressive that leg down is going to be completely dependent on what headlines are coming across the news, right? We can continue to just kind of chop our way down there, or something, a big catalyst can come where that market really flushes out. In my opinion, I would prefer that a little bit more. Those big 2-3% days down, where you get a couple of those days, the market kind of capitulates, and then you see that V-shaped recovery. Because the longer you kind of just staircase down, instead of just taking that elevator, you tend to have a longer drawn out process where it's more of a U-shaped recovery instead of that hard V. And again, we make the most money on those hard Vs versus those U's, because again, when you're kind of just consolidating around and you're building a base, you're tending to get chopped up on a day in and day out basis, because sometimes the market looks really good long, and then it looks good short, and it looks good short again, and it looks good long. So again, for me, there's no risk on this market until the bulls can give me a couple of days closing over that 50-day moving average, right? 24,440s. That's the area that I'm really looking at, is that we've got to get back over that 50-day moving average before we can put any type of risk back on the table. All of these bounces are just a means to short the market until we see us close over that 50-day moving average. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up on this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the market rallies from here? Do you think, it's kind of hard to say that given everything that's going on in the world. Do you think that we have another serious leg down, or do you think we kind of just chop around for the month of March, and then maybe April, May, we start to come out of whatever this is, right? I would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. Leave that down and below in the comment section. Thumbs up. Apex Trader Funding 90% off sale. You guys can definitely take advantage of that by visiting the link down or using my description code. I'll see all of you guys on the next one.